Hey everybody, welcome to Your Beautiful Table, a YouTube channel all about helping you make your tables beautiful. Today I've got a home fragrance candle review of Seda France French Blossom, so stay tuned. Thanks everybody for coming on back. If you're new to the channel, I'm really glad you're here. If you like content about home fragrance, tabletop decor, china, linens, flowers, glassware, silverware, those kinds of things, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. And to those of you who are old friends, welcome back. Hey, stay tuned to the end of the video because I'll share with you how you can be entered into a drawing for free candle stuff. So friends, before I get into it, I wanted to share that I'm burning Ballerina Rose, which is fun here. It's a Bath & Body Works candle that I picked up last year. You can find it at resellers if you're interested in it, but I'm burning it here in the background. So a couple of weeks ago, I brought to you an initial review of the Seda France French Blossom candle because I was so excited after the first couple of burns that I wanted to share this candle with you. It continued to be an excellent performer, and in fact, I'm standing here now. The candle's kind of a foot away from my face, and I'm getting a huge fragrance bubble of the delicious fragrance from this candle. I just love it. And wanted to bring you the full in-depth review. Okay, so let's talk about the candle appearance, the candle scent notes, and then the candle performance, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, so first we're gonna look at the candle itself. So I'm gonna bring up the votive. It's this cobalt blue glass votive, which is really classy. It only has that one Seda France sticker that's there on the front. Overall, it's just a clear, opaque glass container. Inside you can see that there's opaque white wax. This is a single wick that I got there. There's a little bit of sooting, but it's hard to see on the dark blue glass of this candle. On the bottom there's a little warning sticker there. It's a hefty, heavy votive because it's got the bottom of it is like this thick so that it will be safe and not topple off your table and won't overheat and cause heat damage on the surface, but I still use a little coaster or a cork piece underneath the candle just to keep it super safe. So the candle, this looks beautiful. What is even more special is the box that it comes in. So this box is the Seda France box. I'll share with you that the votive just nests right down. There's a paperboard form inside of this that keeps the candle nice and safe and keeps it locked in place. But Seda France advertises itself as the candle that doesn't need any wrap. It's like the gift that doesn't need any wrap because they make such beautiful packaging for their candles. So here you can see the Seda France label is just fantastic. It's got raised gold foiling done on the label right here. Beautiful sort of blue and white chinoiserie inspired paperboard box. On the side there's a contrasting pattern or coordinating pattern, and then we flip it around. There's a little description of the candle, continuing that blue and white flower theme, bringing it on around. So overall it's beautiful. On the top again we see the blue and white with gold lettering, and then on the bottom there's just white lettering with some warnings there. This has got this fun pagoda appearance, and so it's a classic shape in that chinoiserie or Chinese inspired idea. Inside it's just white on the inside. So this is a phenomenally beautiful box. You know, when you think about that compared to other candles that you might receive, this one really stands out from the crowd, and I just love the way that it's presented. Drop it into a gift bag, a couple of pieces of tissue, and you're good to go. You have a beautiful gift. So what else is beautiful about this candle is the candle fragrance, and I made a couple of notes, and so I wanted to share them with you. I wrote them down so that I would get my thoughts together, but primarily the overall fragrance for this candle is a jasmine-influenced floral blend, and so it's got a very strong jasmine fragrance. So if you love jasmine, consider this candle, the French Blossom candle from Seda France. So the reason why it's called French Blossom is it is inspired by the gardens of Paris, France, which have so many different flowers. But so jasmine being the primary one here, mimosa flowers sort of having the sweetness of mimosa, vanilla and warm musk sort of are the base notes here. So overall, it's a creamy white floral with those base notes of vanilla and musk. Now, I'm not a big vanilla fan. I don't like classic vanilla, but this I really like because the fragrance is so well blended. It doesn't knock you out with vanilla. It doesn't smell like a cookie. The vanilla is very nuanced, and it reminds me of a fine women's personal fragrance. So it smells like a perfume, and as a it smells like perfume. So when I think about this candle, it makes me think of like a lingerie shop. It makes me think of a bridal shop. It makes me think of like going out and trying on bridesmaids dresses. It makes me think of like almost like a flower shop too. Like this would be great in a florist, burning in a florist. It makes me think of like just a bridal bouquet even. It has that sort of combination of different scents, no freesia or tuberose in this particular candle. So overall, it's a very lovely feminine fragrance. This could probably become someone's signature fragrance. If you like a single note in your home, you could buy a couple of these candles, place them in different areas in your home, just light a couple of them, and it will fragrance and scent your entire home. So let's talk about the performance of this candle. This small candle, this 6 ounce candle, 1 wick, creates a wax pool relatively quickly. It's soft soy wax, and then it scents way out. I mean, it's got great fragrance intensity and throw. It's a strong fragrance. It will be almost a home-filling fragrance. You can probably smell it throughout your home if you have an open concept space or open the doors between a variety of rooms. A couple of, if you have a very large home, I would say like over 3,000 square feet, you may need 2 of these to scent your whole house, especially if you place one in like a powder room or a bathroom where it may be a little bit more closed off. So this one would be a great powder room candle, except it's so strong. So, sometimes you put a candle in the powder room, maybe on the vanity, and it can be just a nice subtle fragrance. And when people walk in there, it's a pleasure to be in there. This one actually may be too strong to have in the powder room. So you may want to place it in a larger bathroom or out in a more open space where the fragrance can really permeate the whole space. This candle didn't smoke when it was burning, nor did it soot when it was burning. Friends, when you extinguish this candle, it really, really smokes. And so I know that those of you who are out there may be wick dippers, and that's where you take a wick tool, like a metal tool, and you push the wick of the candle, the lit wick, back into the liquid wax, and it sort of removes the oxygen from the candle flame and puts the candle out. And oftentimes that can minimize the amount of soot or smoke that comes off of a candle. This one is one I would really consider using that wick dipping method, and so it's hard to say. And so you may want to find a wick dipper or a metal skewer, like a fondue skewer, to push the wick back into the melted wax, because this candle, if you blow it out like that, it really smokes. And so I'll put a picture that will share with you how smoky it got. And it smokes not only for like the first few seconds that the candle goes out, but it's a good 10 to 15 seconds after the candle goes out. Now, I've had this experience with Seda France candles before. There's a candle called Tulip Blossom that I also love. It's a phenomenal fragrance for spring. I will buy it again this year, but it smokes like this one. I mean, so smoky. So it takes away from the overall performance of the candle when you have a candle that after you put it out sends this huge plume of smoke into the air and ruins the scent experience. So another way to put the candle out other than wick dipping is to gently move the wax around. I wouldn't recommend that because you're having to lift the candle up and it could spill or the candle flame could tip out. And so you may not want to do that one, but that's another way rather than wick dipping. Y'all, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to putting candles out, so I just blow it out. And I would blow this one out before I go to bed and then, leave the room. So it doesn't smoke when it's burning, but it smokes a lot when you put the candle out. And it's just something to be aware of with these Seda France candles. It's really the only drawback. So overall, the candle performance was phenomenal. Other than that, you can see that it put itself out once it got down to the wick clip, and there was a couple of, just a little bit of wax that was left. And y'all, the wax that's left, I can smell it right now. So this candle on cold offers phenomenal performance. So in terms of the candle scent, phenomenal. Candle performance, really great except for that smokiness. Now, this candle was a 6 ounce candle. It offered about 50 hours of burn time, and I found it online, hang on, for $32.95, which I think is a really great price point. Seda France and other retailers will often have sales, so keep your eye out if you're interested in this candle. I get email notifications from Seda France, and it'll say, 20% off, this kind of thing. So if you're a frugal candle shopper, be sure to buy them on sale. And y'all, I bought this one on sale last year. The candle stayed perfectly fine in my candle closet for a year. phenomenal experience with this candle. So if you find it on sale, it's one that you can stash away, because even if the wax were to discolor a little bit, you wouldn't see it inside of this votive. So friends, we talked about the presentation of the candle, we talked about the candle fragrance notes and the scent notes of the candle, and we talked about the performance. So where can you buy the candle? So I'll put a link below that will link you to Amazon. You can get it there at sedafrance.com and other fine boutiques and retailers across the country. If you go to Seda France, their website, you'll be able to see where you can find it at a boutique near you. Now, the inventory might be up and down because Seda France really is sort of a boutique candle manufacturer, and so you may want to call ahead if you're looking specifically for the Seda France French Blossom candle. Now, Seda France Tulip Blossom, and there's some other ones that are offered at Ballard Design, and so you can go to Ballard Design. They also have reed diffusers that are available, and so I may get a reed diffuser in this fragrance for the powder room. I just love it so much. It'd be a great all-around fragrance to have in the powder room. That way the fragrance, I can control the intensity a little bit by increasing or decreasing the number of reeds, whereas this candle is like full on all the time. Hey friends, thanks for watching the whole video. If you've made it this far, and I'm really glad that you have, know that we have a newsletter, and the newsletter is the way that I share updates with you. So sign up for the newsletter and you'll be entered in to win free candle stuff. So use an email that you actually check, because when you sign up, we'll have various milestones for the blog. When we hit a number of subscribers or YouTube views, I'll do a drawing based on a random number generator. I'll reach out to you by email and say, hey, you've won free candle stuff. If it goes to some junk email, you won't get that. So sign up below. There's a newsletter link below, and I'm really glad that you joined us. Thanks for letting me share with you about the Seda France candle, and we'll see you next time.